Welcome to Week 5 of Branding. Today, we are walking through your brand architecture assignment. We are going to move past the basic requirements and look at exactly how you construct a strategic, top-tier submission. The most common trap students fall into with this project is treating brand architecture like a basic inventory list. A high-scoring submission demonstrates that this architecture is actually a highly organized, strategic system used to manage consumer perception. To capture full points, your submission relies on two distinct deliverables working together perfectly. You must provide a visual chart mapping the company's architecture and a short written reflection of 200 to 300 words. Earning a high score requires proving you understand the invisible corporate strategy that holds these products together. A simple list of items a company sells will not be enough. Step 1 is choosing a company that offers multiple products or services and identifying its foundational architecture model. This choice dictates the exact logic you will use to build your visual map. There are three main structural approaches. First is a branded house, where one dominant master brand is used across all products. Google operates this way, with Google Drive, Google Maps, and Google Photos all leaning heavily on the primary brand name. Second is a house of brands, which keeps individual brands entirely separate from the parent company. When a consumer buys Axe body spray, Dove soap, or Hellmann's mayonnaise, they usually have no idea they are all Unilever products. The third approach is a hybrid model, which uses a mix of both strategies. This comparison shows how a company like Coca-Cola fits into the hybrid structure, sharing its master branding across its core colas, while operating independent brands like Sprite and Dasani alongside them. A critical error students make is labeling any large company a hybrid simply because of its size. If you select this model, you must provide concrete evidence differentiating the parts that share master branding from the parts that function independently. Accurately locking in this foundation is essential. It tells you exactly how to draft the visual relationships in your chart. Now let's look at the mechanics of drafting the visual map. A strong chart includes multi-tiered vertical depth. You want to map the organization downward, starting from the parent company, moving down to the division, the brand, the product line, and finally the product variation. Let's look at how Alphabet fills this out. Alphabet is the parent company. Google is a core brand underneath it. Below that, you map the sub-brands or divisions, leading all the way down to a specific service like Google Docs. You have to be careful to avoid confusing high-level business divisions with individual consumer-facing products. They occupy distinct tiers in the architecture and cannot be grouped together. To instantly improve visual clarity, organize related products into operational categories. Grouping items into defined sections like beauty and personal care, energy, or food and beverage creates a much more logical layout. Displaying this precise vertical depth proves to the grader that you understand the structural nuance of the company's portfolio. Branding is visual communication, so your presentation carries weight. A grader struggling to read your map will deduct points. Your visual needs to be clean and professional. This comparison illustrates the difference. The failing layout on the left is a flat, text-heavy outline. The successful layout on the right uses well-spaced, vertically tiered node boxes to map the categories. Utilizing techniques like color-coding divisions and maintaining clear spacing ensures that anyone looking at your chart understands the company's structure within 10 seconds. Your map also needs to visually account for the company's naming conventions. A master brand strategy relies on high consistency, like Tesla using Model 3, Model Y, and Tesla Energy. Conversely, Unilever employs a strategy of intentional separation, giving distinctly disconnected names to Axe, Dove, and Hellmann's. Purposeful design and consistent naming are the visible footprints of the company's invisible risk management and consumer targeting strategies. Let's shift to the final requirement, your 200 to 300 word written reflection. The most frequent point of failure here is writing a paragraph that simply describes the visual chart. The rubric demands analysis. Instead of writing a descriptive sentence like, "This company uses a hybrid model," write something like, "This hybrid structure allows the parent company to test new markets with independent brands, shielding the core master brand from reputational damage if a product fails." A strong reflection details specific strategic trade-offs. A branded house creates rapid consumer trust across products, but it carries a severe risk. If one product fails, the entire master brand may suffer reputational damage. A house of brands offers the exact opposite trade-offs. It protects the parent company from individual product risks, but consumers may never connect successful brands back to the corporation. This means the parent company misses opportunities to build overarching corporate equity. Your reflection exists strictly to interpret the visual chart. It answers why the company structure exists and what the consequences are for overall brand equity. Before you submit your assignment, take a moment to review your visual map. Check that you have clear operational groupings and a multi-tiered hierarchy. Next, read through your 300-word reflection. Confirm that it heavily features the pros, cons, and equity implications of your chosen architectural structure. Run through a quick final checklist. Does the chart show vertical depth? Is the written portion analytical? Is the layout clean and clear? If you have applied these frameworks and answered yes to those questions, you have successfully avoided the major pitfalls of this assignment. By dissecting the underlying corporate strategy, you have proven you can analyze complex systems like a lead brand architect. Good luck on the assignment.